What is up, YouTube? I might sound a little bit different. I'm holding the mic a little bit closer. I'm just getting better from being sick, but I've got a really special video for you guys. I was fortunate enough to be invited to attend the KS0 Nightmare event in Korea, and where I got to meet the staff, try out the game firsthand and play test it, and record gameplay for you all. They handed us these USB boxes. That we could bring home. It was just amazing. It just was planned out so well. And in this video, I'll walk you through everything that I experienced, from the tutorial, the story mode, the menus, the UI, the shops, how the auto battle looks, and a little bit of maybe some chaos dungeons, so I can fit it in there if it will make sense. And also an unboxing video of all the merch that they gave us. I'm already actually, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm rocking the Chaos Zero Nightmare hoodie. I'm very, very thrilled about that. I'm very happy about it. So yeah, if you guys do enjoy this video and you find it useful, drop a like, comment for the algorithm, subscribe if you haven't already, and B-roll. First off, the event itself was really well put together. There were, a lot of demo stations, maybe like 50 PCs or more. I don't know. As you can see in all the photos and the videos that are kind of rolling right now, there's a lot of displays. There were so many staff that were ready to explain the game's features. I even got to chat with Gclef that you can see as well. Hello, hello. So we are at the CZN event, and we ran into Gclef, the one and only. Who would have thought? And
yeah, I'm here. My house is actually like 10 minutes away from this place, so I could like roll here.
Damn, that's really close.
But still, I dressed up for the occasion because this is the first time for CCN going like semi-public, I guess, for the influencers. So it's going to be an exciting day, and I can't wait to actually play the game.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, you guys will see everything. Like, all the setup they have is crazy.
And I want to find Kayron. Where is Kayron? Where is he coming out? Is he even coming out? I don't know, but I'm very stoked. And I've been waiting for. Today's my wife's birthday, but I came here, and she's okay. Let's.
Which was really crazy because I only see Gclef like through like my monitor, and then being able to meet him in person and like shake his hand was like crazy to me. And I got to meet like the director and everybody. And shout out to Mike Spiegel. They also provided me with a personal translator throughout the entire event so that I could understand, because it was a Korean event, right? Korean game company. He made me feel really, really well taken care of. So huge thank you to him. I really appreciate it, and he helped me enjoy my time even more. But it was really cool to see like the actual executive, like director. I don't really know what the right term is. I think the translation might be a bit wrong, so apologies on that. But we had the actual like executive game director, executive public director. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. He was kind of talking about why they're going for like a particular roguelike, and showing off on screen all of like the gameplay, the equipment, the cards, and obviously everything was in Korean, so I could only get a grasp of so much as they were going quite quickly. But overall, I think that the event was really, really well planned, really, really well put together, and they did an amazing job. And let's get over to the merch unboxing, because I'm really excited to show you guys that part, and then we'll get into the gameplay. But there's a timestamp for that if you want to go straight over to there. But let's do that real quick. So I'm going to do a quick little unboxing for you guys. In this box, there was a hoodie that I've already taken out. I've been wearing it, but this is the back of it. And you guys saw what the front looks like in the beginning. And then this is going to be the box that they had given me to all the other influencers. There's a little really cute picture right there. And they gave me a little name tag, which made me feel really special, I'm not going to lie. And a little card to welcome us to the event and thank you for coming. And then there's a little bit of a picture, some artwork to fit into here. Put that over there or on the side. And then we got a little mug as well. Now I don't have to buy a tumbler while I'm in Korea for my coffee. And we have a mouse pad, and I'm gonna open this up and show you guys what it looks like in just a second.
5 minutes later.
I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's just so beautiful. I mean, look at that. for all my gooners. Smile. Anyway, back to the video. Now, something I want to point out right away is that in the story playthrough that I did, there is auto skip. So like it'll play all the dialogue for you. So for someone that doesn't really like reading the story and all the dialogue and everything, it's really efficient. You just click and hold the button. Now, in this, what you're seeing in front of you is basically kind of like the map for what this dungeon is going to look like, right? So you can choose your path. You can go the upper level or the lower level. That's going to outline like how many battles you're going to have, like equipment upgrade kind of floors, right, that are in that dungeon, which you'll be able to see. And one thing I do want to also point out is that in this battle, you can see that all of the cards have very basic written explanations in terms of what they do. And one of the main focuses and what the developers had said was that they learned from Epic 7 in the fact that they didn't want there to be like really, really long, you know, skill descriptions where you have to read and make it super complex and everything, right? So they made it so that the text on the cards are very easy to understand, particularly for other languages, especially like in Korean and Japanese and other languages that they might support in the future. And as you can see here, this is going to be almost like an ultimate, as you could say, like an ultimate ability that you can see every single character is going to have when they generate enough AP. And on the bottom, you're going to see a number, little number 3. Every card works off of an AP system. So one card could use, 1 AP, another card could use 2 AP, another card could use 0 AP to generate you AP or shield or healing. And what you're seeing now is kind of like camping in Labyrinth in Epic 7, where if your characters are a little bit weaker, you're going to be able to rest so you can generate the HP back, as you can see here. And so it's a very familiar feature that I felt when I was playing. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like I kind of know what this is like, right? It almost reminds me of like Labyrinth, right? For all my Epic 7 players that watch this video. And when you're moving in from between stages, I gotta tell you, like this game feels really smooth, right? It really feels like they put a lot of time into the game. And what you're seeing on screen now is actually me getting a weapon floor, right? An equipment floor, rather. And there's a little bit of RNG in this from what I understand, but the gearing system is very straightforward. Okay, you can get equipment from actual like story modes, or if you're a more hardcore player, you can choose the farm dungeons to get better equipment. So almost kind of like in Epic 7 or any farming gacha, if you have to farm certain PvE stages over and over, you'll increase your equipment so that you can push for harder content in Chaos Zero Nightmare, right? And pay attention to the bottom, you can see the number 3. Each card has a number, and every single character has 25 unique cards to that character, but there are typically like 100 cards in a deck, and obviously more to be added in the future, where they are universal, right? Where these 3 characters can all use these 100 cards, but these 25 cards particularly are only going to be specific to that said character, because it's quote unquote their card, right? And yeah, another thing I want to kind of mention is that this game was actually supposed to come out in 2024 last year, but it got pushed back, as some of you guys have been following would know. It's because they wanted to refine the game. They wanted to feel a little bit more polished. And as someone that actually did play test it, and all of this footage is me literally playing, by the way. Like, this is me playing. This is not something that they handed to me or something they told me to use. This is me playing the game and really getting a feeling for it. There's that chibi factor where I felt a little bit not too comfortable with initially, but then when they add in the 2D animations that makes Epic 7 such a great game that you guys all know of, and the character design also, you can tell that it's Epic 7 kind of influenced, right? And you can definitely feel it in this game. And every single character, I do want to point out, as you can see on screen, I'm going to pop up, every single character actually has 30 animations to them. So the devs put in, the game designers and everybody, the art team, they put in so much work because they made sure that every single character feels alive, right? They put every single character have 30 animations, and you can really tell that like there's been a lot of time put into the game, and every little action in the lobby, in the summoning part, inside the game, when you're moving around, when you're camping, all these little like micro little actions that you're doing in game, you can really see it shine through. And you can see this card actually getting upgraded, and it costs more AP because it's going to generate me more damage. And I'm going to cut here and show you guys a little bit about what the auto battle actually looks like, because you can see on the top right, it's actually locked at the moment because we're too early in the story, but it runs really smooth. So I'm going to pop that up in front of you right now. As an Epic 7 player, something that's really important to me is the auto battle function. It has to run smoothly. It's a deal breaker for me if it doesn't. In this game, I ran 4 tests. All the tests came back positive, no issue whatsoever. Now, one thing I do want to highlight, the auto battle is going to use the best cards at that given turn and use your ultimates as necessary. Now, one thing I do want to mention is there is story mode and there's hard mode. In hard mode, you cannot use auto battle, so it's going to be manual throughout the hard mode. You have to create your own cards, create your own decks, so that you have the best possibilities to clear the dungeon, to unlock better rewards. So that's one thing I do want to mention that was briefly touched on by the devs. So yeah, it's just something to take away from. But the auto battle feature, as you can see, runs super smoothly. I had no issues. I was very happy, and so were a lot of the creators that were playtesting as well. Now, as you can see, I was fortunate enough to unlock the lobby with the limited amount of time that we had during the playtest. But I was, really curious. I wanted to click around everything. I wanted to test the UI. I wanted to make sure the menus work. I wanted to showcase that in this video, which is really important because the game that we're going to be spending a lot of time on, potentially, obviously, needs to have a really good UI system. And I opened up the mailbox. I went into the achievement. And I was clicking around. I was like asking my translator. I was like, "Hey, can I click into all of this?" And he's like, I think so." And I was like, "Okay, then I'm just gonna click on everything. I want to showcase everything to you guys." And you can see I'm going through the card system. You can see that they have an amazing filter system where you can look through the grades. You can see which cards belong to which character. In the filter system, there's unique, there's legendary, there's common. You can filter through the type of card. Is it an attack? Is it a skill? Is it an upgrade? Does it belong to a certain class? I mean, everything just felt very smooth, and it really helps that the cards have very basic text on them, so that there's not a lot of reading, and it's very straightforward and easy to understand exactly what the card does, which was, like I mentioned earlier in the video, was one of the main focuses of the game. And in the shop, one thing I do want to mention is that this was not available in the first playtest that my translator had participated in. So he wasn't really able to comment on, the cost of the shop and how, hard it is to kind of, acquire the currency and whatnot. So I can't really comment on that, but I did want to make sure that you guys were able to see the shop at least. Because honestly, I myself was curious to see, is it going to be free to play? But another thing that was really interesting was the partner system. And I was like, oh, what's this partner system? It's basically a very, very similar version to Guardians and Epic 7, except in Epic 7, you can't level them, the Guardians up, right? Like Archie. In this game, you can level up the partners so that they are actually able to grant you stronger passive effects. So depending on what type of content you're looking to clear, you're going to be able to partner up with different partners, which can some give you attack stats, some give you defensive stats. So especially in hard mode, where all of these things are going to matter the most, since everything is manual and it's way harder and the rewards are much greater, it's going to be very important, I believe, later on for the partner system. But I wasn't able to clarify if there's only 3 or if there's more. I personally have no idea, and we have no way of knowing until we get into the game. And now in this game, obviously, I went through all the settings. You can see it's very standard, very generic stuff, right? The sound, the quality, everything makes sense, or display settings rather, makes sense. And going through it, they have an amazing index help section to help you understand the game. If there's anything that you feel like you don't know what it is, or don't know how it functions, or you skip through the tutorial, everything is there to help a new player navigate through Chaos Zero Nightmare at an early stage. And another thing that I looked through was actually the combatants, which I believe I'm going to click into in just a moment. Oh, actually, no. I'm going to be doing some gacha pulls. And my translator was like, I don't know if we can do this. And I was like, dude, am I really gonna make this video and not do a 10 pull at least? And I was like, fuck it, dude. I was like, that's why I was canceling. I'm like, there's 200 crystals. I'm literally just talking to him, and then he's like, yeah, I don't know. And I was like, fuck it, dude, I'm ripping it. So I ripped 10, and yeah, you can see the animations here. This is what it looks like when you're pulling certain characters. They have different animations. Don't mind the text in the very middle, because they let me know that that's just a playtesting server, which is why I came up. But I did get a few characters. I have no idea what they do, but you can see that the animations are very nice. and I believe I do pull another. Yeah, there we go. So I pulled Akkad. He's a new epic character. I really don't know if like orange or purple is better. I'm not sure. Once we get into the game, we'll be able to find out. But something that I was very interested in was the combatant system. So I wanted to make sure I took a look at it as well in just a moment, as you'll see me clicking into it. The combatant system helps you understand what every single character does. So right, you can see all of the base stats it has. If you want to level up said character, they will increase the base stats, and that level up ingredient is going to be gathered from story stages or from missions, and anywhere else in the game that I don't know about yet at this moment. And every combatant obviously has their specific cards that I mentioned throughout this video as well, and they have gear slots in this mode as well, or in this game, where you can favorite up to 3 different gear slots. So maybe one for PvE, one for hard mode, one for something else. So I really like that. And there's no free, there's free unequip cost. Okay, so that's a huge thing I should have mentioned earlier in the video. And the Transcend is basically the memory imprint system that we have in Epic 7. But that's basically everything I want to show you guys in terms of the menu and the UI. And now, if you've made it to this part of the video, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I tried to captivate as much as I could and put it in a way where it's kind of easy to digest, so you guys kind of know what's coming up for Chaos Zero Nightmare. The pre-registration actually is coming out on September the 2nd, and the official playtesting for public, I believe, or selected users, I don't know because the translation is not 100%, will be September the 18th of 2025. And once again, I do want to thank SMILEGATE for inviting me to this amazing event, and for hosting and providing me with, a translator on site so that I knew what was going on, and giving me all this amazing content and this opportunity. And for everybody at home, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. It'll probably be an Epic 7 video, but I'm very excited for Chaos Zero Nightmare, and I hope you guys will be as well. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.